Usually my mood is just here, like together with the apathy. It's like I'm just here. Hello there, my name is Daisy, aka D, and I want to welcome you to these health diaries. And the reason I started these, well, I have two reasons for this. The first is because I got diagnosed with hypothyroidism, and that was about 8 or 9 months ago. And I haven't been on medication or changed my diet to the autoimmune diet for this time because I've been doing research. And now that I'm ready to start taking medication and maybe doing the autoimmune diet, I want to share my progress on this journey with other people who are going through the same thing. I believe that by sharing what we are going through, we can encourage someone else out there, because I've also been encouraged by the stories that I've seen of other people going through the same thing. And I hope that by sharing my journey, I'll also be able to do that for another person. And the other reason I started this channel was because despite not being on medication, I was still able to lose weight. I lost about 15 kilograms, that's over 30 pounds. And I did that despite having hypothyroidism, despite its effects on my metabolism. And I know that many people who have hypothyroidism struggle with losing weight. And I'd like to share those insights with them because they are practical strategies that most people can apply in their lives, and they don't require any kind of elimination. They are not as restrictive as the autoimmune diet that I'll be going on probably in the next few weeks. And that said, without much further ado, let's get into why I'm doing this and what I'm hoping to see at the end of it. Thank you. This will be the first video of my series. As I record this, I haven't done anything. I haven't changed my diet. I have not changed my medication. I'm not even on medication yet. I'm supposed to see my endocrinologist next week. And at this point, I'm researching the autoimmune diet because I've read that it has had wonderful effects. But I've also read that you can just do the diet alone. You also have to work with your endocrinologist on getting medication. And I do know that my TSH levels are off because I got my results last year, and now I'm finally ready to start medication. I mean, it might look a bit weird that I've been experiencing symptoms for a long time and I'm not yet on medication, but I did not want to start taking medication until I understood exactly what was happening to my body. And I was trying to figure out the root causes and whether I'll actually have to be on medication for the rest of my life, because I was not comfortable with the idea of being on medication for the rest of my life. So this is the video I'm making as I continued my research on possible diets, as well as gear up for my appointment with an endocrinologist. Yeah, but the main point of the video is to establish a baseline so that I can tell exactly how bad or well I was doing before I started the medication and the diet, and so that I'll be able to track how I'm improving over time. And my main issues, I mean, I have many issues like sensitivity to cold and dry skin, but those don't really bother me so much because, like right now, yes, you can see the sun is setting and it's hot. It's 30 degrees, but I'm wearing a sweater. That doesn't actually bother me because with sensitivity to cold, you can wear a sweater or you can just drink warm things and eat hot food. That's okay. For many people, that's manageable. But the things that really bother me are my brain fog, because I really have trouble concentrating. I have trouble thinking. I have trouble even keeping track in a conversation. I have trouble paying attention in a conversation. And it's bad because that affects me at work, it affects me socially. And another issue I have is that I have really low energy levels, like my baseline is low. I wake up tired. Like today, I woke up at 11 a.m. The only things that I've done are I worked for an hour and then I ran an errand for an hour. And then after that, I walked for an hour because I like having some gentle exercise on my rest days. And with three things, I'm tired. And it's not because I haven't eaten. I have had my breakfast, I've had my lunch, I've had my snack. I'm tired. This has become a constant thing in my life. I'm tired when I'm sleeping. I'm actually tired when I'm sleeping. I'm tired when I wake up. I'm tired as I go through the day. I'm tired, and I'm really tired of being tired. And I'd like to see whether taking medication and changing my diet, because at some point it looks like I'll actually have to go off the things that I actually like eating, whether that's going to make me feel better. So brain fog and the fatigue, those are my main concerns right now, because I've not really had an issue with like the dry skin or the thinning of the hair. I mean, it's thinner, but I can live with that. I can live with the sensitivity to cold. I can, what else? Like, this is the problem. The brain fog. The brain fog. Like, I should remember the list. I mean, not should, but I have the ability to remember the list. But somehow I know it, but somehow I can't articulate it. I don't even know how to explain that, which is why I really wanted to make this video, because at some point I want to look back at this and ask myself, can I see a change? Am I less tired? Like, I'm so tired, my eyes have turned red. I'm just tired from doing 3 things, and I can't continue living like this. And this is going to be the first video that I'm going to make. Over time I'll include more things. For example, once I start the diet and I start seeing the changes, I'll do that. And I'll also do a review of the medication. Yeah, but this is just to establish the baseline, the brain fog and the fatigue and the yeah. Now that I've looked at my symptom tracker, I can tell you the other symptoms, and they are apathy. That's a constant state of indifference. That's the best way to explain it. I'm neither happy or sad, or it's not like I feel anything. It's like you're just there. You don't really feel things. I don't really mind the apathy though, but it's something that can actually affect your social relationships, because if you're not really feeling things, it's a bit of a problem. And then another issue that I've had would be like the trouble sleeping. As much as I'm tired, it takes me like about 1 hour to sleep. And that's in addition to taking my morning walks, because I take about maybe, let's say, I walk around for 30 minutes in the morning every day to get some sunshine, because I did not want to take magnesium. I did not want to supplement so that I could sleep, because I'm really wary of taking drugs and supplements unless I'm sure I need them. So I've had trouble sleeping for a while. I'm still working on that by having a strict sleep schedule, but still, even with that, it still takes me about 1 hour to fall asleep. And then another issue I will say will be like, my mood is not like really here. I mean, like, in addition to the apathy, it's not like really here. My mood is somewhere always sailing in the middle. It's not a bad mood, it's not a good mood, but if I have PMS, it's a bad mood. It's a bad mood. But usually my mood is just here, like, together with the apathy, it's like I'm just here. And that's another thing. And then I've already said that I have difficulty concentrating. And then I also have some gastrointestinal issues, but those could be linked to my pre-existing gastroesophageal reflux. And based on my research, the two are kind of linked. Like, your gut health and your hypothyroidism share a lot in common. So I'm thinking that maybe those symptoms will disappear once I'm done, once I've started taking the meds or I'm on the diet. And then other things will be just things that show up here and there. So those will be the main ones, because I don't really want to list everything, because I only want to list what actually matters to me. I know everyone has different concerns, but for me, my concerns are the brain fog, the fatigue, the difficulty concentrating, the difficulty sleeping, and also the anxiety. Funny enough, I've read that that's normal for many people who have hypothyroidism. And well, I'm recording this in the kitchen, so I had to take some time to deal with the boiling eggs. Yes, I've read that anxiety is an issue that many people face when they have hypothyroidism, which is interesting, because you wouldn't think that your thyroid could affect how you interact with the environment. So yeah, that's yay. So if my anxiety could reduce, that would be great. Yes. So wait, what have I listed? Wow, this is bad. Okay, brain fog, low energy levels. Yeah. Um, yeah, let's just say that. And also the poor coordination. I have trouble sometimes remembering what I'm doing. It's hard for me to multitask nowadays. If I try doing that in the kitchen, like if I'm doing this and that, I'll probably break a glass. Like even if I'm just preparing cereal and maybe I'm paying attention to two things, the milk will boil over or I'll end up dropping a bowl of cereal. It has happened, so that's another thing. Yeah, that was quite a long list of symptoms. So let's just go with the brain fog, the fatigue, the difficulty concentrating, the difficulty falling asleep, and the apathy, and then the mood just being like there, and then the anxiety, and the poor coordination because it will save me money in replacing broken items. And those are the things I'm going to be tracking. I already have a symptom tracker. It's called Human Health. It really works great for me. And that's what I'm going to be using to track everything. It tracks your treatments and it tracks your symptoms. So, and it's free. Like there's a free version. So it's easier for you to tell whether something is working or not. And so now that I've done this video, it may not be perfect, but you may try to do it perfectly. I'll not do it. Yeah. There's also procrastination somewhere in there. So yes, let's see how this goes and I'll keep you updated.